I have a special little video for you guys today. Back in 2018, when I first started my first YouTube channel, I released a video, my first TCA peel video. That video was pretty epic. Now, that video was very long. It was like over 40 minutes in length. Today, I'm going to re-release that video. So again, this is almost 7 years old. And we're going to trim it down a bit so it's not so long. And my goal with resharing this video is so that you see that my skin has changed over the years. I still do TCA peels, and I find them to be super effective for at-home use for really brightening up and clearing your skin.
I am recording, right?
Je ne t'aime plus, mon amour. Je ne t'aime plus tous les jours.
With that said, let's do the disclaimer. This video is for educational purposes only. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1. Allowance is made for the fair use of purpose such as criticism, code news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. This channel does not promote or encourage any illegal activities. All contents provided by this channel are meant for educational and entertainment purposes to help other women and men. There is an attack on true, helpful information from genuine sources. Please help me combat this attack by sharing this video with as many of your friends as possible. I apologize that every video needs to include this disclaimer as my videos are marked for adults. Unfortunately, this is our current landscape, and I appreciate your understanding and support. My brother's wedding is next week, so it's like September 28th today, and normally I would wait for my first peel of the fall, like in October, but I decided to do it a few weeks early so that my skin could be very nice for his wedding. This is what my skin looks like right now. There is, I have broken capillaries in my cheeks. I have some breakouts. It's just, we just came out of summer. And yeah, so the reason I love TCA peels is because it just takes off all the skin, makes the texture so much smoother, just really exfoliates everything and helps lighten my skin. All right, to prepare, you need some gloves. To prep your skin, you need to clean your face with witch hazel. You could use alcohol as well, but witch hazel is less drying to the skin. All right, our face is clean. So there's some things that I do before I start doing the acid on my face. One of the things I make for sure is, it's like a paste. This is baking soda and water. And basically I just make it into just like a paste, that consistency, I guess. And that is going to cool my face down when I'm done having the acid activate. So you need to have that ready. The other thing that I like to have ready is a blow dryer. I set it on cool and I just help move air around my face as it's burning. The other thing that you need to be aware of, if you have any tattooed on makeup, like my eyebrows have been microbladed, so I'm going to put coconut oil on them to make sure that I don't accidentally get any acid on them. Because I do not want to peel my eyebrows, and I've done that before and had to get them re-microbladed, so that does happen. The other thing that I have realized with when I do peels is my forehead takes longer to frost than the chin and kind of the cheek area. So I will start layering acid here first and then work my way down and then probably go back there. So that is the plan. I'm going to prepare 2 pads, and I'll just add, the reason you swab your face down with witch hazel or alcohol is just to make sure that you're degreasing your face. That way the acid can penetrate evenly everywhere. And I'm using 25% TCA. I think that this percentage is good for me. You can use higher percentages, lower percentages. If you've never had a peel done ever, I highly recommend that you start with a lower percentage. I also highly recommend that you go and get it done somewhere professionally, just so that you're aware of what it feels like to have your face on fire, and so you just feel more comfortable. So I'm gonna add it on. I like to saturate 2 just so that they're ready to go. Oh, my gloves. My gloves on. Trying to think if there's anything else I should say before we do this. Always nervous about this. Here we go. So what you're looking for when you're doing a TCA peel is frosting. And everybody's gonna frost at different speeds. But frosting is basically where the keratin in your skin, the protein, becomes like curdled, like when you cook egg whites. And yeah, my face is on fire. Oh, and you can actually see that some frosting is happening here right now. I'm gonna go in with the second one.
Baby, let me love you, let me love you, let me love you, let me.
Okay, now I'm gonna put on my hair. Woo. You can see how my forehead is frosting, everywhere's frosting. There's some areas right here that are not. I'm going to neutralize now because it is hurting and I feel like it's frosted enough. So I love this stuff. Make it thick so you can pack it on fast. My face is still burning, but it's calming down now. This peel really is no joke. It burns like something, you know. So that's why I just feel like if you've never done a peel before ever, you really should go get it done professionally. And I'm sure I'm gonna get a lot of people hating on this video, but it's all right. I'm gonna run and just wash this. I don't have a sink in here. I'm gonna go wash this off and then we'll just finish up. So I just neutralized it and washed it all off. And all right, what I'm gonna say is that obviously you can see that there are some, so you can see like where I put the oil so it didn't like go into my eyebrows. But you can see that like this area didn't frost as much as like around here. So this is actually considered blanching the skin, not frosting, but the two terms would become interchanged. And the way that I know that my skin blanched and didn't frost is because I can't wipe it away. It is actually set in my skin and it will go away within 1 to 4 hours. I rarely get a super consistent frost. It's probably because I'm a big baby and I don't want to wait that long with the amount of pain that I'm experiencing, to be quite honest. But I still have always, this will fully peel. And I'm going to show you every morning what it looks like for the next week. Because my brother's wedding is in 1 week and my face will be ready for his wedding, promise you. It only takes me 1 week to get this fully peeled off and looking super fresh. There's honestly no peel I've ever done, and I've done a ton of different acids, that retexturizes my skin, makes it just look super glowy, super clean. I just love this peel, even though it sucks to put on. Oh, and your skin will not look like this much longer. It will go down. So lavender is amazing for burns, pulling them. So I'm just gonna take some of that and just put it on my skin because that's essentially what we've done. We've burned our face. And so your face can feel swollen. You can take some ibuprofen to help. Then I like to pack on some bio oil. I always do these like before bed. Like if I'm gonna do it, I do it like at night before I'm ready to get into bed. You have to plan these so that you do not have things outside that you have to go to because you cannot be outside. You have to really protect your skin. You cannot let it start peeling too prematurely. So you'll see in the next few days as I record the progress that it will start to crack. You have to keep your skin super moisturized during this whole thing. You cannot let it get dry. So like I'm constantly packing on, so here's coconut oil. And then even for bedtime, I will put on like petroleum jelly, just because it doesn't evaporate and it stays nice and thick and keeps everything really, really moist. You need this to stay super moist and like covered. And if you, for some reason, get a crack around your mouth prematurely, it can bleed. If that at all happens, like put Neosporin in it. Like you do not want an infection on your face if it cracks and it starts to bleed or something. Definitely Neosporin can help because it's antibacterial. Okay, so you can see that it's been about 15 minutes and the white like frosting is going down. It does go down and then it will just be very pink and raw. So you just need to make sure you keep it super moisturized, super protected, hats, sunglasses if you have to like go out. I mean, be super careful in the car. That sun reflecting in through the windows, it's too much. So you have to take care of your skin. Like I can't stress it enough. It's the reason I don't do these peels year round. I only do them in the fall once the sun starts getting less intense. So please take care of yourself if you're going to do this. Lots of sunscreen, lots of moisture. Don't take super hot showers. Don't, sit in the bathtub and let your face like get overheated. Like all those kinds of things. You want to not overheat your face. It got enough heat. This is a couple hours after the peel, so you can see how the whiteness has subsided and now it's just very red, like a big sunburn. Good morning. It is early Sunday morning. I think it's the last day of September. I don't even know, but this is what my face looks like this morning. So it's still a little pink. What is going to happen is dark spots in my face from the sun are going to start to show up, like freckles, things. They're just going to get more intense like this, and it'll get darker. But to take care of it for the next week while it gets darker, tighter, cracks, and peels, I'm going to kind of show you what I will do. So this first morning, it hasn't gotten super tight yet. I'm just going to clean my face with some witch hazel. Then I'm going to put on some essential oils for my skin. I'm going to do some lavender. This is great for burns again, so I like to constantly put it on my skin. I'm going to do some ylang ylang. Ylang ylang not only smells amazing, but is super good for your skin too. So I'm going to just take some of that. I want to get it up in my very sensitive areas of my eyes. I didn't get acid up there, so it actually will stay and not peel off. So I definitely want to get the ylang ylang up in there. And then some sacred frankincense. And even though I know the skin is going to peel, I'm just trying to keep it as healthy as I can before it starts cracking apart. That way the new skin that's coming up underneath can be as healthy and preserved as possible. Now, just to moisturize a little bit more, I'm going to put some bile oil on. It's just like great for like sensitive skin. It just helps moisturize. So this is morning 2 of the 25% TCA peel. You can see how my face is getting darker and tighter. So this is what it looks like on morning 2. I did this Saturday night and today is Monday morning. I will just continue by putting some of my favorite face oils on. Again, some more bio oil to just help it stay moist. This is morning 3. So this is what it looks like. It's getting very tight. You can see in the chin area, it's all breaking up. So I'm trying to be super careful. This area is super tight. I'm just going to put some more frankincense on my skin really quick. And now I'm going to put some rose ointment on my skin. It has rose oil in it, which is amazing, and it's super thick. So it's a really good balm. And if you can't afford rose oil, this is a really good substitute because it has rose oil in it. It is Tuesday, October 2nd, and my brother's wedding is Saturday, October 6th. So I have 4 days to get this looking normal. And then just some sunscreen. I have to take to school this morning, so that is why we're doing sunscreen early in the morning. All right, see you tomorrow. All right, this is morning 4. Today is Wednesday, and you can see the skin that starts to come off. Be super careful. I know it's really hard for me to not want to like pick it off, but I'm telling you, just let it come off itself. It gets weird because it'll come off in patches, and then it will like, the new skin is like trying to bulge up between the layers that are drying out and constricted. So you kind of get these like weird, I don't know if I can show it very well, weird pockets of skin. But too bad today wasn't Halloween. I'm just going to continue with putting some frankincense on my skin and some rose ointment. And then later when I have to go, I will do some sunblock. What it's looking like today on 25% TCA peel day number 4. Welcome to Thursday morning. You can see there are chunks of skin coming off. There's some different ways to deal with this. Some people will recommend using scissors to cut a piece like this off. Honestly, I prefer to just take some oil and just kind of rub it off. But we'll do the trial with cutting it. Just not seems safe, especially for me doing this on camera. Gross. So I don't really like that method. I prefer to just take some coconut oil and just kind of rub it in my skin. I would not let my skin get this dry, by the way, but I took a shower this morning. It's actually the first shower since I did the peel. But gross. But I don't think that you should try to get water to your face can be super drying. And so even like, I don't really cleanse my face that much while this is going on. I just keep adding oils on. Because I want the essential oils I'm going to be putting on my new skin to absorb in, I'm going to actually wipe this off. And I'm using these seedling wipes. They are, not only do they smell amazing, but they're made to be ultra sensitive. So this is like, these are made for babies, new babies. This is really good. I love these wipes for my skin. I no longer have babies, but I still buy these wipes for my skin. I keep a package by my nightstand, by my bed, just in case I didn't do a good job cleaning my face that night. So we got a bunch of chunks off. Okay, so I'm gonna put my frankincense on. Oh, doing that everywhere. But I'm also going to be putting on probably my favorite oil, Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood. And it smells so good. And it's so good for your skin. And now that I have true skin peeking through, I feel like I can put on more of my special face oils like this, because they're not going to go to waste, because they're not going to be all, rubbed off. I want to point out something. Do you see these red spots on the side of my face? That is from skin coming off too early. Believe me, the reason I say do not peel or pick your skin is because I know from experience this is what can happen if it comes off too early. So this isn't like horrible, it will heal, but it could have been more like this if it had come off like a day later. But sometimes you'll be laying in bed at night and your face will start to get a little itchy, or I have so much product on it that I'm kind of like rubbing on it, or when you're watching TV, sometimes you start rubbing your face. Anyways, I'm just trying to make sure you know that, like, don't do it. If you can avoid it at all costs, don't do it. But obviously it does happen. And when it happens, it's not the end of the world. All right. So now we're just going to top with some more rose ointment. This is the first TCA peel I've had this ointment, and I really think that it is helping my face recover even faster than normal. Like, the skin that's coming through is looking so good, besides that face. Friday, day number 6. You can see that the peeling of my skin has almost completely cleared. I have a lot left up in this hairline area, which will just I'll rub off with some more coconut oil. And then on the sides, it's rough over here. And then my nose hasn't completely peeled off yet, but overall, my skin is super smooth. I had a breakout here that of course I picked last night, which was horrible. And then over here, so when your skin starts to come off, lots of blackheads are more available to you. They're like easier to get. And so then I started going after this one, of course. And I knew as I was doing, I was like, don't do it. You're going to screw it up. And sure enough, like I made that one bleed. My skin is much smoother. What we're going to do today is I'm going to put some of my fermented essence on my face. In the Korean skincare 10-step process, which I love, you do an essence. And this is like a water that has like fermentation in it, and it allows your skin to absorb the serums and products you're going to put on it. It just like really preps your skin for that. Then I'm going to put on some frankincense oil. Then I'm going to take some blue tansy. And this stuff is crazy. It's like so dark. It will go a long way. All I do is just stick my finger on top of the bottle and just like flip it. It's going to be a lot of blue. And this will stain everything. So be super careful. So I'm going to just put a dot on the things that are red on my face, because this is going to help calm them down and neutralize them. I feel like it's like running down my finger. So dangerous. Let's see, what else do I want to spot treat today? And I'll just tuck some up here where it's kind of red. I'm gonna pat it in. Oh yeah, remember those spots we had from me picking that too early? So what ends up happening too is that it almost like goes through a second peel when the skin comes off too soon, because now these areas are rough patches. So that's not super desirable. So that will, in the next couple days, like slough off and have newer skin and be smooth. Now I'm gonna put on some of my Orchid Renewal Serum. I love the way this stuff smells. And it just really does a good job of hydrating my skin, but I really love the way it smells. So if you're looking for a product to just feel like super luxurious with and enjoy using, because for me, a lot of my products, like I want them to be effective, but I also want them to be enjoyable. What I wanted to show you today, because of my red spots, is I have my mask. This mask has different light settings. And I like using the green setting because it helps with broken capillaries, fine lines, and basically just like redness in my skin. And obviously I have a lot of redness in my skin just naturally. Like I'm just one of those people who's fair, freckled, and just has red skin. I go to the gym and, you know, it looks like I'm having a heart attack. My skin is just bright red. So to help neutralize that, I wear my mask and put it on the green setting. It's Saturday morning. It's the 7th day of the TCA 25% peel. And this is what it's looking like. Oh, I forgot I was trying on lip glosses this morning. So I'm pretty happy. I'm sad that this came off a little early because it is a rough patch. So just keep in mind when I say don't let it come off too early, this is what can happen. It's going to be fine, but it just wants to peel again. And then I'm sad that I got a little breakout here because otherwise it would have been clearer. So today's my brother's wedding. I am going to just do my essence water. This is a licorice one. Fermented licorice, I guess. I'm going to put on some frankincense. I'm going to do some Royal Hawaiian sandalwood. And do some orchid serum. I'm going to do this black seaweed one. I don't know where I got it. Somewhere random. And I'm going to do another green light treatment too. So I'm going to try to get all this done before I leave to get my nails done, go get my hair done, makeup for the wedding. I'm not going to put on any SPF, but that's okay because it's at night. But when I'm going to get my hair done, I'm going to put on some SPF and I'll wash it off when I get back before I do my makeup. And the whole reason, if you don't know, is you don't want to wear SPF if you're doing like pictures, because you will get, your face will look whiter than normal. It'll like kind of bounce the light back weird. So for family pictures, wedding pictures, you know that probably going to get framed, you don't want to wear SPF. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit. All right, my hair is done. We are actually headed out the door. My face is all ready for a wedding. So I hope that this week with me made sense. I hope that you feel inspired to want to do a peel, whether you do it in an esthetician's office or at home. I hope this just gives you some idea about the process and how long it would take and what your skin could look like during each day. And anyways, thank you so much for your support and for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Remember that I have all of my original videos on my website, which is linked below. My private skincare community app is found on Apple and Android, so you can go download it and join our community where we do more DIY skincare experiences together. It's also where I share where you source a lot of the products I use. I'll see you guys on the next video.